I told you guys yesterday was a fun day to bet on sports. Let's continue that on into money making weekend. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Jason Mattis, of course, with Winning Bets, giving you guys free sports picks every single day. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. You're not kicking off your morning with me here because I'm late getting out this show. It's afternoon, maybe even the evening time by the time you're kicking out this show. I apologize for getting out late. Quite frankly, I was just keep going on baseball research. I wasn't 100% prepared for this morning's episode of the payoff pitch. I mean, I was prepared, but just kind of putting in some fine touches, comparing the sports' numbers on various lines and odds based on my previous last night's research. So yeah, it just took me a little bit longer, to kind of wrap everything up and try and find us some winners on today. So again, I apologize for this show coming out a little bit later on. We'll obviously get it back down in the morning time for you guys, obviously, on Monday. But glad to be hanging out with you guys on this great Friday afternoon as we approach the weekend. How awesome is that? Always good to have a weekend. And next weekend, we get a 3-day weekend. Got a lot of good things coming up. Let's, of course, make sure we recap yesterday. And then I'll go ahead and give you guys Friday's baseball bets and the Premier League bet for this upcoming weekend. All right, as you guys can see right there, as I said there in the opening, a fantastic day yesterday. We went 6-1 and plus 4.46 units. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Hit that like button if I helped you guys put money in your pocket yesterday. How did we do that? How about that Aston Villa versus Burnley game? Under 2.5 goals. Old Faithful came through for us, baby. I knew he could do it. I knew Burnley could cash it under 2.5. That doesn't mean it wasn't sweaty. Oh, no, that was super sweaty. Burnley going into halftime 1-0. You knew they were going to go super defensive. They changed their shape from a 5-3-2 to a 5-4-1 at halftime. They definitely packed it in. So you knew you were going to have to sweat. You knew Villa was going to predominantly have that ball in that second half. You knew Villa was likely going to get a goal in that second half too, just by the amount of ball possession they were going to have. I didn't think it was going to come in the 48th minute, though. I did not expect to have to sweat 45 minutes, basically that entire second half. That was extremely uncomfortable. Villa looked extremely good when Coutinho came onto the pitch. I kept yelling at those Burnley defenders. It seemed like they were giving Coutinho way too much space to pick out any pass he wanted. I could not understand that. He looked really good when he came on. So we really got to credit Nick Pope, though. Nick Pope, the goalkeeper there for Burnley, is one of the best in the league. And if Burnley does get relegated, don't worry. They'll be selling Nick Pope for a lot of money to one of these Premier League clubs. Nick Pope is absolutely outstanding. He had a save off a header. Around the 70th or so minute, just stuck out his right wrist and the ball deflected off his wrist. Outstanding save right there. He had another one where he came out and closed down the attacker and then made another hand save. Just Nick Pope was incredible. Martinez was incredible too, though. We needed him. One big moment, Burnley actually got the ball. They were threatening to score. Martinez made a save in the 85th minute, but then the rebound fell to the same player. He squared the ball over, and Tyrone Miggs comes flying over to get a boot in and deflect the pass. It would have just been, it was nothing. It was the defender in the goal. And then Mings comes in and gets his foot in. Just a dramatic, wild play right there. And overall, that second half was just incredible sweaty. But love sweating with you guys as long as it brings us to the cash register. And that's, of course, what Burnley did, cashing under 2.5 goals. Then the win just kept going into baseball. Yu Darvish under 6.5 Ks. Good one right there. He ended the game with 5 Ks, so relatively no sweat right there. Carlos Hernandez under 3.5 Ks. He had 3 Ks, and then the White Sox started hitting him hard, just like I talked about on the payoff pitch. It didn't matter how you faded him. You would have gotten the cash. He stayed under 3.5 Ks as the White Sox chased him in that 4th inning. We also did Yankees F5 team total. There were 2.5 runs at plus money. Giancarlo Stanton got us that cash in the 4th inning as he hit a solo home running to lead off that 4th inning. So good one right there. Red Sox most hits. Boy, that one was sweaty right there. Gave us a good plus money cash, but Mariners jumped out to the lead. Red Sox got it back. Mariners then jumped out to a lead in the scoreboard, but also in the hits category. Red Sox came all the way back to get it back. Then Mariners got one more lead that the White Sox were able to overcome, and then the Red Sox did not look back. The Red Sox got in front of the Mariners in terms of hits, and they stayed out in front. I think I saw it was 16-10. So if you just looked at the box score, you think you got an easy win, but it was a sweat through the first 4 or 5 innings. That was a little bit uncomfortable, but Red Sox came through and got into that bullpen like I talked about on the payoff pitch. And then we had one more win. Diamondbacks, Cubs, F5 under 4.5 runs. Extremely sweaty in the 5th inning. We needed a nerfy, a no run in the 5th inning because there was 4 runs entering that 5th inning. Stroman gave us a little bit of a sweat in that top half, but Gallen gave us a big sweat in that bottom half as he had bases loaded with 2 outs. Obviously a base hit, wild pitch, anything would have gone ahead and sunk us. So Gallen got the out we needed, and we cashed under 4.5 runs in that first 5 innings. Our only loss of the day was Cal Quantrill under 4.5 Ks, and boy, was that an ugly beat because he struck out his last batter to get to 5 Ks. You knew that was going to be his last batter. He was not going to come out and pitch that 8th inning, nor were they going to let him pitch to Naquin if Stevenson got on some kind of way, because Naquin had just hit a home run in his previous at-bat. And at that time, it was 1-1. Bottom of the 7th inning, no way they let him pitch to Naquin. So that was definitely his last batter. It was at like 100 pitches anyways. That was it. It was either get Stevenson out, not via the strikeout and cash, or he gets on and it's going to cash too, because no way they're going to let him pitch to Naquin. Unfortunately for him, they struck out Stevenson and he gets 5 Ks. But still a fantastic day at plus 4.46 units. Clawing back on the week, now down only, 3.12 units. Still got our full $5 of arbitrage money to go ahead and still make some free rolls. So yeah, fantastic day. Again, guys, hit that like button. Glad to go ahead and help you guys make money. Hit that like button though and let me know I helped you guys make money. All right, let's move the discussion over to NASCAR now. No NASCAR play this weekend. They're doing their all-star race, which is basically, an exhibition race, if you want to call it a glorified exhibition race. They give away $1 million to the winner, so there's certainly a lot on the line. But kind of like how I don't bet friendlies in soccer, I just don't bet things that generally don't have any real meaning. This doesn't have any real meaning. Guys want to win the money, but then that changes it, right? Guys are pushing harder. I don't know. I just don't like anything about NASCAR when it's not a real race. It's just a glorified exhibition race. So I'll go ahead and stay off of NASCAR this week. I do got one soccer play. I've already done Between the Posts this week with Matt. Boy, does he got a loaded card. So go ahead and check out this week's episode of Between the Posts if you're interested. Matt's got some good thoughts on this weekend. I kind of agree with his thoughts. I just couldn't pull the trigger on as many bets as he do. I don't like pulling the trigger on games that are meaningless. I like one game this weekend. I like Norwich, Tottenham. I like Tottenham to go ahead and beat up on Norwich. So that's my one and only bet. It's Tottenham team total over 2.5 goals at plus 108 over at FanDuel is where I got that. Tottenham team total over 2.5 goals at plus 108 over at FanDuel. And again, I gave that bet out earlier just a little while ago there on the payoff pitch or Between the Posts. Speaking of the payoff pitch, I did give away some baseball bets this morning there on the payoff pitch. Let's go ahead and run through those. And of course, if you guys want any justification on these baseball bets, of course, just go check out today's episode of the payoff pitch there with me and the Hockey Squirrel. He coming off a good day yesterday. Obviously, I'm coming off a good day yesterday. Let's go ahead and keep it rolling today with 4 plays. I'm going to go and do that Mets versus Rockies F5 over 5.5 runs at minus 104, and that was my best bet of the day. I like the Tigers team total over 4 runs at minus 128. I like the Twins F5 team total over 2.5 runs at plus 120. And then I'll take Javier there of the Houston Astros under 6.5 Ks at minus 128. That's how we'll do it tonight on the baseball slate. All right, it's Friday, so you guys know what that means. Besides wishing you guys a happy weekend and I hope you guys thoroughly enjoy it, just make sure you're following me on Twitter. It's at WinningBetsPod. It's at WinningBetsPod. All my baseball bets for Saturday and Sunday's action will, of course, come out on Twitter. And then if I add any soccer bets to it come Sunday, look, I'm trying to give you guys my best bets of the day. There are other soccer plays I like. Maybe if I don't like Sunday's baseball slate as much as maybe I anticipate I will when Sunday comes around, maybe I'll add another Premier League play to that as well. So, again, just make sure you're following me on Twitter for all my bets this weekend. It's at WinningBetsPod. It's at WinningBetsPod. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Let's come back Monday. We'll recap this weekend, talk about the week in general, and then we'll kick off another week here of Winning Bets. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today. And check out my other great videos in these corners.